Hey there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to day 134 of our Get Your Goals annual challenge. This month, we are focusing on our physical well-being, our physical health, therefore physical goals that help us to achieve our physical well-being and our physical health, the level that we want. So today we're talking about hydration, the importance of water and liquids and fluids and consuming them. Well, why the heck is it important? Why do we need to consume water and things like that? Why do we need to stay hydrated? Number one, for our muscle gain, to take care of our muscles. Number two, for weight loss. Number three, for regulating our body temperature. When it's hot outside or cold, we need to have the right amount of hydration in order for our body to self-regulate and keep us at a healthy temperature. It lubricates our joints, which is important for those of us with arthritis. It transports nutrients to the cells in our body. So if we didn't have water or fluids or blood in our body, we wouldn't be able to transport. Makes up 60% plus of the human body. And it removes waste from our cells. So it delivers nutrients and removes waste. How much water do we need? This, of course, varies from person to person, depending on your age, your activity level, your weight, etc. But generally, the general rule of thumb is 8 glasses of water a day. So what are some ways to stay hydrated? Now that we know it's important, and now we know about how much we need, what are some ways we can go about doing that? I have a couple of tricks that I had to use on myself because I was one of those people that was never properly hydrated. And I'll share that with you. It's my post-it note trick because my dad worked at 3M and post-it notes were a big part of my life and my childhood growing up. So it just made sense to use and create a post-it note way of tracking how much water and fluids I was consuming. But we want to carry water with us throughout the day, especially if we're going to be outside doing activities or if we have a job that is pretty manual and physical. We want to make sure that we're staying hydrated. So we bring water with us. So I always have water with me wherever I go. And part of that is because when I was in my 20s, I had a super bad kidney stone and kidney surgery. And part of avoiding kidney stones is to drink plenty of fluids and plenty of water. So they can also help prevent kidney stones. We also want to eat hydrating foods. So one of the things I used to like to do on my walks at the state park, I don't really get to the state park since I don't drive anymore. I don't get to the state park every day like I used to. But on my walks, I would go, sometimes I'd go for an hour walk, sometimes I'd go for a 3 to 6 hour walk. And on those longer walks, there are trails that don't have bathrooms around them. So I would substitute things like those applesauce packets, or I would take fresh fruit because fruit hydrated me, but it didn't make me have to go to the bathroom as much. I know, crazy, probably more information than you need or want, but it's a trick that works for me. So we want to eat mostly fruits and vegetables, right? Leafy vegetables, fruits, and vegetables have more fluid. And watermelon, one of my favorite ways to get hydrated. And finally, my post-it note trick was in order to make sure I was consuming enough water, because I was one of those people that lived on coffee and Diet Coke, which is hydrating, but not as much as actually drinking real live water. So I got this trick from my dad when he was trying to drink more water. And we just keep a post-it note right by an area that you walk through often during the day. And you set a glass of water filled to the top right next to it. And every time you walk by that spot, you take a drink of water. And then each time you finish a glass of water, you of course refill it to do another one, but then you put a little hash mark on your post-it note. It's a really quick and easy way to keep track of how much water you're drinking. So if by like 5 o'clock I'd only had 4 glasses of water, I knew I had to up my water consumption for the rest of the night, etc. Or if I'd had 7 glasses by the time I walked by at 5 o'clock, I knew I didn't need a whole lot more fluids or water in order to meet my personal hydration level. And like anything else, you use yourself like a little science experiment and you figure out what works best for you. Well, how do you know if you're getting enough water or not? You listen to our bodies. Since we're working on physical things this month, we're going to listen to our bodies because they tell us everything we need to know. If we quiet our minds and listen to them. So we do things like, do we have a headache? Is our mouth dry? Do we feel thirsty? We feel thirst when our body is telling us to drink more. And then another trick, which is kind of personal, is you look at the color of your urine when you go to the bathroom. If it's a dark yellow or an amber, you need more hydration. If it's a lighter color, then you're probably okay. All right, our action item today is to share one way you're going to ensure that you get enough hydration today in the comments below. I will do the same, although I just shared a whole bunch of my ways. If I can help you anyway, if you have any questions, ask. Otherwise, I will be with you tomorrow for another physical well-being, physical goal that we can work on this month as we get our goals by doing one thing every day to get what we want. All right, have a great day, and I'll of course be with you tomorrow. Bye. Oh, happy Mother's Day to all the moms.